What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to go over why I absolutely love my Randall Diavlo. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Luis Torres, and I decided to go ahead and turn on my Randall Diavlo. Poor thing's just been sitting there amongst the sea of other heads. So I wanted to go over why I absolutely love the Randall Diavlo. First of all, when I got back into playing, one of the things that I initially did was I just bought a ton of guitars because in my wacky mind, I'm thinking, I need to get the right guitar. And of course, after buying like a dozen, I was just like, there's something going on here. At the time, all I had was my PV6505 112 combo. And then realized, after doing a lot of research, that it had to do more with your amps now. So one of the heads that I remember doing research on was the Randall Diavlo. And guys loved it, and some actually didn't. So of course, you know, I don't need to read 1,000 I love this head because of XYZ. I would rather read the 15 where people are, you know, right out of the gate are like, I hate this amp. So the pros and cons with the Randall Diavlo, for me, and it's kind of awkward because I've also had the Randall Satan, which is absolutely incredible. But I got rid of the Satan. And I got rid of it because I realized I'm more of a Mesa guy, right? So there's my Mesa. Those are my Mesas there. But with the Randall, I feel like the Diavlo allows you to utilize your pedal collection. And if you're a guitar collector and amplifier collector, you are probably a pedal collector also. It is what it is. You're always just like, I wonder if that pedal would work and what would it bring to the table. So I ended up keeping the Randall Diavlo mainly because it's a perfect amp that I can use literally all of my pedals. So in today's recording, I'm actually going to be using my Randall RD100H in the red channel. So it's a clean channel, boost, lead channel, and a rhythm channel. So that's the rhythm, if I'm not mistaken, which is red. And then the blue channel, so it's kind of opposite the Mesa, or from Mesa. I'm also, pedal-wise, I'm going to be using 3 pedals. You heard me teetering between 3 because the other was 4, but I don't really count the Fortin Roach, which is a bypass pedal, as a pedal. So it's going guitar into my Roach, Fortin Roach, into my Boss Super Overdrive, which is the SD1. That thing all day long you will find for $40. You're going to absolutely love it. Is it as good as a boutique pedal? Everything's a different flavor, right? I mean, how many rims can you put on a car? There's a lot of different ones. So, each one is different than the next. So the Boss Super Overdrive is an incredible pedal. I just recently got it a few weeks ago after, 30 people were like, dude, bro, are you serious right now? How do you not own that pedal? I own it. I should have probably bought it years ago. It's absolutely incredible. The other is the Digitech Bad Monkey. That is, from my point of view, is kind of Digitech's version of the TC Electronics integrated preamp pedal, where you have more options compared to, say, a Fortin 33, which is just a fixed frequency. It's one knob. There's not really much you can do. All you can really do is increase the dB level on it. Whereas the Digitech Bad Monkey, and it's a discontinued pedal, so you can only buy it used on eBay or Reverb. So that one is more like the TC integrated preamp, where there's a volume, a high filter, a low filter, and a gain knob also. So that thing I paid $35. This is after talking to Sammy Dewey from Goat Whore, and he's just like, bro, you have to get it. So I went ahead and got it, and super thanks to Sammy, because that pedal, just hasn't gone off any of my playing, during the week. So let me go ahead, plug this guy in. I'm actually using my 1996 ESP Horizon Custom with the teardrop headstock, which is Swamp Ash. So Swamp Ash isn't as dense as maple or mahogany. So you have to adjust your EQ settings a little differently because it's a lighter wood and it just doesn't resonate as solid, if that sounds appropriate. I mean, there's a huge difference in weight between my ESP M2 Customs, which weigh like 10 pounds. Probably not 10, but it's significantly heavier. And if I remember correctly, I had weighed my ESP Horizon, and I think it was about 5 pounds. So it's ridiculously light, and it has a Floyd Rose on it. So let me go plug this puppy in. In this recording, I'm actually going to be using 3 mics. One is the Audio-Technica AT2020, which is a condenser mic. I actually keep that a little farther away, which is actually what is being used to record my voice. Secondly is my Sennheiser E906, which is on the left, upper left speaker, along with the Shure SM57 on the lower right. And EQ is right smack in the middle. There's no adjustments. And all I'm going to do is literally just unmute those 2 speakers. What's up, guys? So I will actually at times go ahead and just grab different pedals just to hear what it sounds like if I were to use a VFE standout. Or what else do I have over here? My Demon TS9. What else do I have? My Maxon OD808 that my boy Roman, Dilo Roman gave me. Or I'll use, what else do I have up there? My Boss parametric EQ. So I feel like the Diavlo is one of those amps where it needs help. It really does. It's not like a rectifier where you can easily just go ahead, turn that thing on, make sure there's a boost plugged into it, and you're done and golden. The Diavlo definitely needs, you have to adjust the EQs, and not to say that they're sensitive, but you got to play around with them and, fiddle around with the EQ on your pedal. If you're using something like an MXR 10 Ben EQ, like seriously, that's a sick pedal. You can use that and it'll be a boost, and you can adjust the frequency also. But I feel like the Randall Diavlo needs help, but it allows you to utilize all these different pedals, so you get all these different flavors. So, you can go ahead and literally line up 4 different pedals, whether they're overdrives or boost pedals, record your tone using 2 tracks with 1 sound, let's say hard pan left, middle with the 2nd track, and switch literally 2 pedals off, 2 pedals on, so you get a slightly different flavor from there, and then record a 3rd and a 4th track, hard right and center again, and you go ahead and you have all these different tones just using 1 head and a few pedals. So does it end up being cheaper in the long haul doing that? Yes. It also helps that I can talk to you guys, and if I'm using my Randall Diavlo, a lot of you guys have it. And if you don't have it, it's not going to be hard to get it. The thing is like $350, $400. I think I've got mine for, I think it was less than 400. Maybe it was $365 with shipping. Whereas with my Randall Satan, I was talking to, someone earlier today, and I was just like, I feel like I couldn't really relate with some of you guys with the Randall Satan. It was literally like 5 guys that actually owned it, and maybe 2 others that had the 50 watt. But for the most part, people were like, "Oh, that sounds great. Thanks, big guy. I appreciate it. Not going to be buying any amp anytime soon for $2,000, but thanks." Whereas the Diavlo, once I post a Diavlo video, like everyone comes out of the woodworks and they're like, "Dude, I love it. I have it. I've owned it for the last 2 years. You're absolutely right. It's incredible. You're able to, just work with it and make it sound infinitely better with the tools that you have." But again, I will reiterate that the Randall Diavlo is without question a very, very good scissor that is dull. You have an absolutely amazing scissor that you can cut things with, but it's dull. And yet, now you have some files that help with that scissor. And I don't know, if you're into like axes, like all of my axes and scissors are all made by Fisker. So, it is what it is. So that's where the scissor example came from. So should you go out of your way and get the Randall Diavlo? I think you totally should. I think everyone has it in their budget to own and absolutely rip through it. But there's always a but, right? But keep in mind that you will need to work with it by using what you have in your disposal as far as pedals go. Again, the Boss Super Overdrive that I bought, I paid $40 for it. The Digitech Bad Monkey was $35. So you can get literally that head and 2 incredible pedals for under $100. Well, no, sorry. You can get the pedals, the 2 pedals for under $100. Make sure that you have a really good noise gate. That was the third pedal that I was going to mention earlier, which I just realized I didn't mention. I'm actually running the Fortin Zuul noise gate. So those are the three pedals: the Super Overdrive, the Bad Monkey, and the Fortin Zuul through the front. So hopefully this will convince you to get yourself a absolutely amazing Randall Diavlo. If you can get the 45 watt, that's absolutely awesome. My first introduction to the Diavlo family, if you guys go like 2 years back into my YouTube channel, is the RD1. So I had the 1 watt that I bought from my local shop. They gave me a great price and I picked it up, fell in love with it, and then realized, Estupido, why would you buy the 1 watt? So I immediately wished that I had gotten at least the 20 watt. So do yourself a favor. Do not get anything lower than 20 watts. If you get the 1 watt or the 5 watt, and then you cry to me, I'm going to say, I told you so, my man. I told you so. I told you so. So get yourself the 20 watt, the 45 watt, or of course the 100 watt, which, believe it or not, you can actually play at bedroom levels, as crazy as it sounds. It's a really good amplifier. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the absolute best. Subscribe if you have not. Your boy Lou is back. There's been a little whirlwind over the last few weeks, as everyone's been going through. It's just been, a handful of rough patches. So, but I'm back. Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I will talk to you guys soon.
Just be a double dog.